Welcome to Joburg Today. I'm your host, Pia Matarula. Situated in the heart of Johannesburg city centre, the Turbine Hall has a very interesting history and story behind its modern building in a building.
Old meets new, the beauty of architecture and art. The Turbine Hall is one of Johannesburg's iconic buildings and also part of its colourful history.
Turbine Hall was originally known as the Jeppe Street Power Station, and it was the second power station built in Johannesburg. As Johannesburg grew and grew, there was more and more of a demand for power. So this was in fact completed in 1927. If you look above where I'm standing are these beautiful, what are called coal hoppers, and that's where the coal actually sat. And they would release the coal from it and it would go down into and generate power. By about 1983, one of the turbines was apparently not efficient enough, so they decided to sell it off. And in fact, for a long time, it was in complete decay. All the windows were broken, there were squatters living here. In the actual turbine hall itself, they built a new building was built inside the old turbine hall, so there's a building in a building. I think it's a completely iconic element because it is so beautiful and so industrial and yet so modern, because so many industrial elements are quite timeless. And you'll see that we've left the walls. There's one beautiful wall which was probably burnt, but maybe from the squatters or something, is still there. So we've left a lot of those elements, but in order to make it look slick, we've added a lot of glass and light and tried to bring those sort of modern elements in.
I'm Butumela Larato Kwena for Joburg Today.
This is Simpiwa Mini. You are watching Joburg Today.
Like our page on Facebook, that's joburgtoday.tv. Follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. And if you're one of those people on the move, then pockettv.mobi. That's Pocket with an I. Thomas gives Zizi the 4-on-1 on his blog, Urban Joburg.
With me today is Thomas Coggan, editor of Urban Joburg. Welcome to Joburg Today.
Thank you very much, Lizzie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. So I went onto Urban Joburg and I just loved what I saw.
But
for those who don't know, what is Urban Joburg?
So Urban Joburg is a blog about Johannesburg, about its people, its spaces, its places, and what makes it so fantastic, what makes it tick, what makes the people tick. It's less of a lifestyle blog. It's not really a lifestyle blog, but more a blog that really looks at perhaps the DNA of Johannesburg, and how that DNA makes a city work in various ways.
Why did you start Urban Joburg? What was the thought behind it?
I started Urban Joburg in 2009. And initially it was my own ramblings on the city, why I liked the city, what irritated me about it, what I loved about it. It was in response to a blog called Death of Johannesburg. And this blog had its genesis in quite a right-wing, racist view of Johannesburg, and it presented the city as this complete hellhole. And this actually was a view of Johannesburg that was shared by many other news outlets, media outlets around the world. Tourists would come to Joburg and skip the city and go to another city. And I wanted to show people that Joburg is a far more nuanced city than that. Sure, it might have its issues, but there's also a great deal of good about it.
Who do you work with on this project? So
I work with a professor at the law school. I'm a lecturer myself at the law school. His name is Marius Peterser. We work together in our own academic life on understanding the city vis-a-vis various rights in the South African Bill of Rights. And what we've been doing for the past 2 years or so is reflecting the city, reflecting Johannesburg through a rights-based prism. So we don't view living in the city as just living in the city. We view living in the city as an articulation or an expression of our rights in various ways.
What are some of the themes and aspects that you cover on the blog?
So some of the themes include inclusivity, diversity, something called the Right to the City. We also have a section called Joburg Streets, which aims to understand Joburg through its many streets and those particular subcultures which are prevalent in those streets. We have a section on digesting Joburg, which looks at the many restaurants in Johannesburg that reflect the cultures that are prevalent in the city in some way. We are, however, moving towards a more user-based platform where we will invite users and invite contributions from people to write something about Joburg, to take a photograph of Joburg or an aspect of Joburg, to write a poem about Johannesburg.
It sounds very interesting. I'm very excited about this blog.
Thanks.
But for somebody who's watching the show and they want to get in contact with the blog and stay updated about what's happening in the city, how do they do that?
Sure. So I guess there's three ways to engage with the blog. The first and possibly the most engaging is our Facebook page, facebook.com/urbanjoburg. There we regularly post information and there's a lot of interaction with other people on various aspects of the city. We also have a Twitter feed, twitter.com/urbanjoburg, also quite a bit of interaction. And then on our website, if you go to the About section, you will see all our information there, including our contact details. It's normally the best way to get in touch with us.
Fantastic.
And please, we welcome people getting in touch with us.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, my name is Peling. You are watching Joburg Today.
If you're looking for a way to spend the day exploring the city, then check out the Hop On Hop Off bus.
We needed to find out if there's a market for it. Johannesburg doesn't have much of a scenery. It's all about history. But we figured that history needs to be shared with the world. And the perception of Johannesburg not being a safe place, the best way to change it is with the Hop On Hop Off bus, because we are well known for safety, reliability, and affordability. We are so affordable, so people prefer using us to people who charge them 700 for a tour. You buy our ticket once, you use it the whole day, hop on, hop off wherever along a route and explore Johannesburg. What better way to see Johannesburg? We've got 16 languages on our commentary. We've got Kiddies channel. It's animated, it's wonderful, the kids love it. They basically tell you about all the sites that we're driving through, the history behind it. I'm happy to tell you Joburgers love the product. Come Saturday, come Sunday, our buses are packed with Joburgers. During the week, we're still quiet at the moment because we get a lot of people at work during the week, and then that's when we get our international tourists on the bus. We get a lot of people saying they've seen the bus driving around the city, they would like to know how it works. That's with our domestic market. But with the international market, when you Google things to do in Johannesburg, we just pop up. That's how we're doing it. Because of reputation, international tourists prefer us to other tour operators.
I loved it. It was really good. I've been living in London for 5 years now, so it's nice to come back and show some of my friends that I brought with me. So it was amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had only a day to spend in Joburg. I'm going to PE, and I wanted to kind of see the city, but I didn't know how to do it by myself. This was actually a really good way to do it. Hi, I'm Rebena and you're watching Joburg Today.
For more stories, check out our special focus section, as well as Joburg in your pocket for what's happening in and around Johannesburg. That's it from me, Spiwe. I'll leave you with Bright Lights by Just Ginger.
Back in ETV.
You can only find the great white light when you're not looking, and you should only look when you're willing to see. what's surrounding you, please. Come on, don't look away. It'll all come back to haunt you. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to believe in you. You can't take control again. You can be the change, my friend, when you see through who you are. You can have it all. You can become whole again. You know that's what you need. You know that's what you want. And yet you find another lover, baby. You can wait patiently, and you will see there is love in your heart. Come on, don't look away. It'll all come back to haunt you. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to believe in you. You can take control again. You can be the change, my friend, if you see through who you are. You can have it all. You can become whole again. You know that's what you need. You know that's what you want. You know that's what you are. You can take control again when you see through who you are.